yes, in a sense, this is a call to action, and it's one for me that's actually based on Cynefin, on actually, supporting activities at the local level, at the grassroots level, and building up from there and seeing how we can actually network practical experience that enables us to evolve a movement which is locally based and driven, rather than it being another requirement of central government. But having expressed my view there, can I just throw a question to the three speakers? Um, what are the next steps? Chrissy, Alison, perhaps Dan.
If I could jump in and just talk about, I think that yeah, this is absolutely crucial. It'd be really interesting hearing from both the speakers. So, as I mentioned earlier, so on the 21st of October, we're publishing a social enterprise stakeholder groups manifesto for the social enterprise sector. Um, One of the key asks within that is embedding social enterprise, social business models within education. So we would definitely, if there's any collaboration we could do along that in terms of, our recommendation is about, exploring this further, how can we embed it, kind of asking the question. But yeah, learning from the two presentations so far would be, essential to that. One of the case studies we talk about there was Role Models, which is a social enterprise in Wales, which is doing lots of, really good work. And that can be an example of how this can be developed even further.
Mm.
I put a couple of projects that Compass has delivered, which is trying to do some of the things that have been mentioned, which the pilot projects that could go a lot further, but could definitely be interesting for you to know about as well. And then I was finally going to mention, so the next cross-party group meeting is in December. The cross-party group for cooperatives and mutuals in the Senedd. We've penciled that in to talk about these ideas, basically about cooperative education, how we embed that within the education system and the next generation. Um, so yeah, I'm sure we can talk about that separately as well, because both of the presentations I think would be really relevant for that.
Mm. Chrissy, am I putting you on the spot, Chrissy, to understand how can we best build upon, in a Welsh context, the work you've been doing extensively in other parts of the UK?
I think in terms of what Dan and Alison was saying, in terms of building on those areas and developing some type of initiative that demonstrates in Wales the necessity for it, its contributions and its vitality to the Welsh overall curriculum and development. And I think there's a lot of work. I mean, Wales is superb. They're a community that we in Sheffield have always looked up to be honest, in terms of playful learning. The richness of the work that you do, as Alistair said, in terms of your children's rights and voice participation, all of those things. You have the building blocks already to use a suite of schools, a cluster of schools to develop on. And we'd be very happy to come over to you and work alongside you and develop that work as well, in terms of it, because we'll learn a lot from you. And I'm sure the things that we've been learning, the evaluation we've been doing with the universities our end, we could share across as well. So we'd be more than happy to do that. We'd be delighted, to be honest.
Can I just, in the context, can I just put a quick plug in for the cooperative group? Uh, I was fortunate to be able to attend a members event on Saturday in Cardiff, and I was talking to a lot of young mothers who work for the group at various levels in different roles about how their reach into the community through their community activators. Uh, that connection that they have with local primary schools working around fair trade and related activities, how that might be a starting point in getting an embryo network together that encompassed different parts of Wales rather than it all being focused in the south. So that is part of a discussion that is beginning now with the cooperative group, who've been very helpful in the past in sharing knowledge and information that they've been able to make in the English context, but unfortunately not in Wales. So this might be an opportunity for the cooperative group and being able to draw in some of their resources to help us move this project forward.
Yeah, it's something I'm hoping to talk to the cooperative group about in terms of the rollout. And I think that point that you've made, David, in relation to co-producers, I mean, very often the early years are not given the credit for the influence that they have, because they are the door into communities. They are the ones where co-learning, co-education, co-production is fundamental to, in terms of the first reach into families and communities. And they've been thrown to the side for too long. And I think those networks you're talking about would be absolutely invaluable.
Because what we
Absolutely.
need to do in a way is to find a way of building on what exists, what is possible, where resources and potential exist, and where there's a will to make that happen. As I said to colleagues on Saturday, we're not wanting to press gang people into being involved. We think it speaks for itself. It's a marvelous sort of development that Chrissy and Alison have been speaking to, and it just sort of stands out as a very obvious way in which the cooperative group could actually renew its links with its members in Wales. I'm looking at the clock now. I'm just wondering if Zoe or Jackie would like to make any comment or contribute in any way before we bring the meeting to a close. Well, on that, I will close the meeting. We're 1 minute, 2 minutes now overdue.
David, I'm sorry, can I just add as well that we had Gareth Thomas, the Minister for Small Businesses and Cooperation, come to Sheffield and is endorsing this initiative and has brought it back into central government to see if it can roll out. So there may be opportunities there to support Wales as well from central government perspective. I should have said that at the beginning.
Yes, that was
Sorry.
a key
A key one. A key.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you very much for that. In fact, on a local note, Bill Pinn, who's a member of ours from Abergavenny, I think he knew Gareth when he was in his infancy.
Wow.
He might have been involved in a court youth club that Gareth was part of. So, on that light note, I'll finish the meeting and thank you,
Thank you.
to Chrissy, Alison, Dan, Jackie for joining us from North Wales, and Zoe for ably managing the slides. Thank you. Good night.
Thank you so much indeed. It's lovely to see you all. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thanks,
Bye.
everyone.
Bye.
Thank you.